arrangement have you come to in relation to the PMS? Has there been a development?
Well, I think that everybody recognised that the best possible solution was a commercial one, where a banking institution would take over responsibility for the assets and liabilities of the mutual society. I think as time has gone on, we have felt that that possibility has been receding, and as such, the Deputy First Minister and I felt that it was essential that we would get a local solution, because we do not see a solution coming from anywhere else. And if devolution is to mean anything, it means that we take action where there are difficulties. This is a solution that would not have come about if it had not been having devolved government in Northern Ireland. We have agreed on a way forward. We have put the proposal to the Treasury and to the Prime Minister. It does require Treasury approval for the mechanisms that are involved, but we weren't prepared to stand by and see thousands of small savers, people with less than £20,000, losing every penny, and we want to give as much assistance to the administrator as is possible to ensure that there is something positive for those who have saved and lent money to the PMS.
Who in particular is this good news for?
Well, it'll be good news for anybody who has put money into the PMS, any of the depositors, whether they are the small savers or the larger lenders. But it would only have been the creditors, those who had lent amounts over 20,000, who would have received money if there had been what might be described as a fire sale and the administrator had been forced to immediately wind up the society. So we will put our proposal to the Treasury for their support. I've already spoken to Ian Pearson at the Treasury about the issue. At a recent meeting that Martin McGuinness had with the Prime Minister, he indicated that we would want to talk to him more about the issue. Of course, if the Prime Minister is willing to accept the proposal without seeing us, we'll be happier. But it would allow us to take a proposal to the Executive for Executive support, and it will require some legislation in the Assembly as well.
Can you explain in layman's terms, as simply as possible and with as much detail as possible as well, what this proposal actually is?
No. I would like to, Gareth, but the reality is that the proposal is with the Treasury. It would be inappropriate for me to publicly detail it until such times as the Treasury had looked at it. The Treasury could either accept it or they could accept it with some variations, and it would be wrong for us to have publicly given the details.
But if we were to speculate, and speculation will clearly be happening now, that it will mean money being found from other executive departments, would that be on the right lines?
I think it's much more complex than that. The issue is one where the administrator believes that if he had time, he would be able to realise the assets in such a way as to ensure that there wouldn't be loss for any of those who have deposited funds within the PMS, or at least very close to that. That means that we will be looking at a mechanism to buy time for the administrator, but at the same time ensure that he can have funds to release. So the issue is complex, and I don't want to go into the details until we get Treasury approval.
So to sum it up in layman's terms, what exactly are we, what are you telling us this morning that we didn't know?
Well, I'll give you 10 out of 10 for your enthusiasm and for pressing me, but I've indicated it would be wrong for me to go into the details. I'm very happy that the Deputy First Minister and I have been able to agree to a proposal. We have together put that proposal to the Treasury. The next step is the Treasuries, and I hope that they will be able to give their consent to it. Well, we're now in the hands of the Treasury, and the Treasury, I recognise, have been very busy with the budget over the last number of days, but we have the proposal with them. We're waiting for their response, and the savers in the PMS could have been looking over the next couple of days to some very bad news. Now there is the potential for some good news.
Peter, can I just ask, for people who have less than £20,000 in the PMS, when can they expect to, can you give them any guidance as to when they can expect to get their money back and how much of it they can expect to recoup?
Well, both for the Deputy First Minister and myself, it was particularly that group of people that we were concerned about. We know the hardship that those people face. The length of time it would take would depend, first of all, on the Treasury accepting our proposal, and secondly on the Executive accepting the proposal, and thirdly on the Assembly carrying out the small piece of legislative change that would be required for it to happen.